Hi guys, Chris and PJ here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Hello, today's not Friday, Chris.
It's not Friday. And why do you mention that, PJ?
Because we're usually doing a Fire Up Friday.
Oh, but we always do a Fire It Up on the last day of a giveaway and the last day of a special, certain, really large giveaway is tonight at midnight.
Large as in size.
Large as in dimensionally.
This thing is a beast, Chris.
It is a beast. Look at that. 2023 Ram 3500 turbo diesel with that Cummins. Man, what's it got? 1,000 and plus foot-pounds of torque. Huge, huge. You know, I've got to tell you guys something. So you look on a manufacturer website and it'll say Ram 3500 will tow up to 38,000 pounds. You got to read the little fine print. Hey, when equipped with blah, blah, and blah. So I looked this one up just to let you guys know what it will tow, its rating, about 24,000 pounds. That's still a heck of a lot. PJ, what do you have that weighs 24,000 pounds?
Nothing. But does the bigger one talk about like the dualies and all the other stuff?
That's right, yeah. So if you get a dually and if you get a certain size cab and a certain size bed, then you can get up into over 30,000 with towing capacity. But I wonder if it's almost like horsepower. If it's 1,000 horsepower or it's 1,100 horsepower, does it make a difference?
Right, right.
Maybe it does for those of you who live and breathe horsepower.
Yeah, and obviously if you're towing something and you have something specific and it weighs a certain amount, then obviously you're interested
and
in
then
what's going to
and that's why people get dualies instead of single rear axles, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Single rear wheels, I should say. The other thing to mention, this is a 1-ton truck, but get ready for this. And I learned something, PJ.
What did you learn?
And I love sharing the facts that I know because you guys will write and say, I didn't know that, Chris. That's so cool. Well, I learned something, and I'm going to tell you what I learned. It's a 1-ton truck, but the payload on it, 2 tons, 4,075 pounds. I had no idea. I thought it's a 1-ton truck. You can put 1 ton in the truck.
Gotcha.
4,000 plus pounds you could put in this truck. So why don't they call it a 2-ton? I have no freaking idea. But they still classify it as a 1-ton truck. It's got a 4,075 pound payload capacity. If you know why a 1-ton truck can suddenly carry a 2-ton payload and not be called a 2-ton, then please fill me in because I don't know the answer to that.
Larry says for towing, the torque is more important.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's why you got such huge numbers, especially with that diesel engine, right?
But the red line on this is like 3,500.
Yeah,
right?
you remembered from yesterday's show.
Yes.
PJ, touche.
Kevin says that will tow anything I ever own.
Yeah.
And he's right. Yeah, I would never have anything that
It's
would
like the old song, tow, tow, tow your boat.
That's right. So today, though, we are going to do a Fire It Up, right? But we're not going to actually go like we normally do, right behind the engine and hear
No,
the thing
because
out.
it's a diesel. What's it sound like? It sounds like a diesel. Now, it doesn't sound like a diesel from the 70s because the technologically advanced diesels of 2023 are a little bit quieter and calmer, but man, they're good. And they're good. And today's diesels have to use that special new diesel fuel that's out there. You can't put diesel fuel from the 70s in these. Oh man, I don't know what would happen.
So we'll take a look at the startup screens.
We'll do. We're going to look at the startup screen while we fire it up. Speaking of startup screens, me. I'm looking right at the odometer yesterday, and I'm thinking it's a trip odometer because remember we had this out at Vegas for the rodeo, and we had it out there for SEMA. And so I'm thinking while I'm doing the live, there's no way there's only 138 miles on this. There must be more miles on it. And then after the video, I looked in the owner's manual, like, it's 138 miles on there. And then I recalled we transported it out. We didn't drive it all the way out to Las Vegas. So that's why. So to answer the question from yesterday, how many miles are on it? 138. And that's why the trip odometer A also says 138. There
right.
You go.
Scott says the cab looks roomy. And oh boy, does it ever.
Looks roomy.
The cab does, yeah.
Yeah, it really does. Let's take a look at that. And in fact, PJ, I'm going to hold the door for you.
Oh, okay. So I'll hop in here first.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you can get in here and we can take a look at this.
Right.
Now, Scott wants to know, does it have heated back seats? Ooh, that's interesting. I don't know about that.
You're asking me that on the last day of the giveaway if it's got heated back seats?
Well, it's not always warm like it is here in Florida, Chris.
Yeah, I hear
I
you.
don't know if it does or not. I don't. That's something we'll have to take a look at the manual and stuff
You
like
want to
that.
see how thick the manual is on this thing? You guys expect me to read all of that? This is like War and Peace. That's a heck of a thick manual.
Or the art of war.
Yeah. Right. Remember, my 68 Firebird manual is like that size. And then look at that, man. Okay.
It's still wrapped up, yeah.
And it's safety sealed for your protection if you're the winner.
Good deal.
Okay, so what are we going to do? We're looking at the screen here, but what we're going to see happen over here is what displays here on the nav. And also, I read on the online manual, anytime I open this door and shut the door, there we go, 134.8 miles on it.
Look at that.
That's
Beautiful.
so cool. And PJ and I discovered yesterday, you don't have to show that 1/10 of a mile. You can toggle that setting on or off. So we won't show that, but you could just have that say 134 miles instead of 134.8. And
there's also some customization that you can do. So you can have the temperature up in the top left. And you can
all
have the
sorts
time
of
on the
stuff,
top
right?
Yeah.
You see these four little kind of corners? You can customize what you'd like to see there. We'll show that real quick, but first, watch what happens on the nav screen. When we fire it up, 3500 HD over here. Okay.
Probably just comes back to the last setting that you were in.
Right, to the last thing we were on yesterday. And we're there, and we've got the nav screen there. And so when we look here, now we're seeing those corners, and you can actually go in, and Larry pointed this out yesterday, that you can go into that screen setup and see upper left, and now I can click on upper left, and it will change, like range to empty, you see a change in there?
Yep.
Average economy, current economy, trip A, blah, blah, blah. Oil pressure, that's always good to know. So I'm going to put it right back up here. Where did you like it to be? On time, right, PJ?
Yeah.
Okay, look at all these things you can put there.
Yeah, you can
Compass,
put a lot
I like compass because you got to know which way you're headed, right?
So it's pretty customizable.
It's pretty customizable indeed. And so when you turn it up, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to do it here. That RAM here lights up, and then you see RAM 3500 right here as well. See it? 3500 heavy duty.
Beautiful.
Yep. We were going to play the zip code game today.
You can. I don't know if you can do it in accessory mode.
Yeah, because that diesel inside of here is getting a little bit odoriferous. I don't know if we can or can't. I'll tell you what, we're going to save the zip code game for another vehicle. Is that okay, PJ?
Yeah, absolutely. JP Hunt says, I'm in it to win it.
Yep. And we'll show that again, the geometry test.
I wish they'd made it a different color. Because
Yeah, it's so hard to read, right?
Yeah, especially if you need to know your circumference of certain
I'm not going there. And once again, we're going to show you the Windows sticker.
Oh, and that's right. You were talking about the price yesterday.
Right. Yeah, and the price $97,000, almost $100,000 for a truck these days. Of course, with as little as $3, you can get an entry to win. You have to get your entries by midnight tonight because, PJ, what will happen tomorrow at 10 a.m.?
Well, you know what? It's actually the last two giveaways. No one's
Hasn't
called.
happened.
Yeah, no one's called and said, hey, can I still get in?
And here's the thing. If you're on the East Coast time and you're out late, it doesn't end until midnight Pacific time.
Right, so you get an extra 3 hours there.
And trim level, Ram 3500 Laramie Night Mega Cab 4x4. Most expensive option, you already know what it is. Come on, easy one, 6.7 liter i6 Cummins HO turbo diesel engine. Big $12,000 upgrade
Just for
on
that
there.
upgrade, $12,000.
Yeah, and the other big upgrade on here, of course, is that night edition that gives you those. It gives you the stock. Hold on. We put 4-play wheels there, so it gives you the nice 4-play wheels instead of what you see there, and the Sport Performance hood. I think that's why we got the night edition package, because that Sport Performance hood is so cool looking.
Which, as Roger says, no one's going to be asking you today about popping any hoods.
Nah, not on the turbo diesel, right? It's not like seeing an old V8. And believe it or not, on these heavy-duty trucks, the EPA doesn't require the manufacturers to give you any sort of ratings or any sort of miles per gallon stuff. And let's talk about this real quick. Remainder of factory warranty. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's going to happen if you're the winner. whatever the in-service date is, that means from the day that we bought it from the dealer, you get the remainder of the 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
Right. Good
That's
deal.
cool. And
Kathy wanted me to remind everybody that how is the winner selected?
how is the winner selected?
Well, the winner is selected not by us, but by
Right.
an independent
That's
auditing firm.
correct.
And they go ahead and select the winning ticket number by a random computer-generated thing. It's not like we've got this big, huge
Right.
dome of ticket numbers and stuff like that in there,
Yep.
like they used to do back in the day. But they'll pick a random selected ticket number that's active in our system, and then they verify to see who is the winner, and then they let us know, and then we can contact that person. Now, I think in particular, even though this drawing, you can't get any more tickets in as of
After midnight.
today, or postmarked by midnight,
Posted. Very good.
because you have to wait for those postmarked entries to get to us. And I believe this is being drawn on the 13th of February.
There you go.
And that'll be the day that the independent auditors do select that winning ticket number. And that was the day that we will also call that person and let them know they won. Now, if you haven't gotten the call from Chris on that day, then normally you can just go to the website dreamgiveaway.com and you can see who it was that did win.
That's correct. And that exact same process that PJ explained to you so eloquently is happening this week. It's happening in 2 days, when we're going to have the independent accounting firm we'll have the independent accounting firm pick the winner
Yep.
for the Firebird for the 350 H04 speed.
That's just in 2 days.
2 days. Absolutely. So big week here in the Dream Giveaway Garage. PJ.
Alan says, based off of your warranty price, you'd get a 99,860 mile 4-year warranty.
Excellent. Thank you for clarifying
That's
that.
right.
For
Now that
us.
we
I'm
know
sure
the miles.
everybody needed to know.
Right, now that we know the miles.
Other great stuff that's happening. Kathy needed me to point out to somebody who was thinking that they were correct in stating that Chevelle SS 454s did not come with column shifts. Incorrect. They did. So the floor shifter was an option. And if you didn't get it, right here, right on the column, even if you got the big block, even if you got an LS6, big solid lifter, 454, you could get it as an automatic column shift. I've seen.
So this column shifter has really been around for
been around for a long
time.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, you could order a Chevelle SS 454, and if you ordered it without the console and you got an automatic, well, where are they going to put the floor shifter? you got the column shifter. So that's true. And I've seen it not only on Chevelles, I've seen it on Trans Ams. I've seen it on GTOs, column shift high performance cars, Ram Air 4 column shift cars. It happened at General Motors back in the day. So correct things on that. Plus, you guys have been asking us for months, when are we going to show you those new headlights on that GTO? Well, we're going to get to that, if not later this week, then next week, because thanks to our good friends at Ames Performance Engineering, the Pontiac experts, we now have nice electric headlamps, the Hideaways, and they're sweet. PJ saw them. Ask PJ what he thinks of them.
Yeah, they look great. Oh, they're so nice. I love it.
So nice. So we're going to show those off when we get a chance for one of these upcoming videos. And go ahead.
Roger says,
What?
Another big launch on Thursday.
Another big launch? Huh?
Not lunch.
Hold on. You're taking me out to lunch? Roger, you're taking us out to lunch?
Launch.
Oh, launch, not lunch.
Yes.
Where are we going to lunch?
Not only is it Firebird Winter Selection Day, but it's also
February 1st.
right.
And traditionally, what starts on February 1st?
There are 2 Corvette packages.
February starts on February 1st. Excellent answer. 2 Corvettes. So I'm not going to give you any sneak peeks on them. Both are out getting some final things done to them. So you will not see them live here on February 1st, but you'll be able to see them at www. There I go, back to the 90s. You'll be able to see them at dreamgiveaway.com.
What's this thing called? Internet? Michael wants to know. It says, wasn't the 67442 W30 a column shift?
That was.
That's right.
That was a column shift W30, and that car was a race car. So yeah, you could get column shift high performance cars from General Motors all in the late 60s, and I'm sure earlier than that as well.
Coinkeeper says, I love how much room it has. Definitely be nice to train in for sure. Yes. I mean, there's a
Absolutely.
lot of room in this thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, you and your posse. right? Family and friends, your tailgate buddies.
Not only in here, but you can probably get a ton of
Right,
people out there.
But remember, you only have until midnight to enter. Big diesel truck dream giveaway. That's how you'll find it at dreamgiveaway.com. Get those entries. Help out those 9 incredible charities. And they will thank you so much, and we will thank you on their behalf. And we will see you tomorrow with more great fun and more great action and more great grand prizes, like a nearly $100,000 Ram truck to one winner who is willing to help out charity for a minimum $3 donation. Or use the alternate free entry method available in the official rules. How'd you like that, PJ?
Ooh, good one.
We'll see you guys tomorrow in our favorite place on earth. Where is that, PJ?
Right here in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
See you guys.
See you next time.